Beauty means self-confidence. When you have self-confidence, you look into the mirror and you see somebody who is confident about themselves.
Welcome to the Beauty Talk podcast, where we feature how the best medical practitioners help their patients to look better, younger, and healthier. Now, enjoy the show, and here's your host.
Daniel Gao here. I'm the host of Beauty Talk. We feature the top medical practitioners in health and beauty, both inside and out. I have Lynne Nguyen, a certified physician assistant since 2007, who brings nearly a decade of specialized experience in aesthetic medicine. As the owner of Prime Med Spa, she has built a reputation for delivering natural, confidence-boosting results through advanced skincare and injectable treatments. Lynne is known for her clinical expertise, artistic eye, and commitment to patient safety and education. She is passionate about helping clients look and feel their best while maintaining the highest professional standards in the industry. So Lynne, welcome and glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, let's start at the very top here, Lynne. How did you first get interested in the medical field?
Well, I have been interested in being something in the medical field since I was little, and when I learned about the profession of a physician assistant, it I can help patients with the right amount of schooling. I don't have to go to the extensive medical school like an MD. I knew that this was for me, so I knew from the start to be a physician assistant. So I took my prereqs and dived right in, and then graduated in '07 and was in traditional medicine for a very long time. I was doing urgent care family medicine for over a decade, and then kind of got burnt out with the intensity of how many patients we had to see, and was like, I still wanted to stay in medicine, but wanted to explore what other options I had, and ran into aesthetics. Started to do Botox initially, and I was like, hey, this is really, really fun, and I'm making a difference in patient care as well. And so I took a deeper dive into the aesthetics world, took courses, did more training. And then I was like, this is for me. So I transitioned to aesthetic medicine.
Got it. Okay. And how did you end up starting your practice? Like, what was that catalyst that made you decide, hey, I want to do this on my own instead of just continue to work for another practice?
Yeah, so when I decided to do aesthetics, I was looking for different positions, and then this med spa came up, this opportunity came up for me to take over. So I partnered with my sister-in-law, and we purchased Prime Med Spa at the time.
Mhm.
And that's how I went into the business aspect of it,
Okay.
not knowing any business at all.
That's usually how it goes, right? They don't teach you how to business in medical school. They just you just got to figure it out on your own.
Yeah, they sure don't. We learned all the clinical aspects of
Mhm.
medicine, but not the business part of
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
So it was a big learning curve.
Yeah. Okay. So now that you have this practice, what would you say some of the most common treatments your patients and your clients come to you for?
We do, I mean, Botox or neuromodulators are one of the tops because that is just well known, but we also specialize in skincare. So we have a lot of patients coming in for skincare, such as microneedling, chemical peels for skin health and integrity.
Okay. And then I want to dive a little bit deeper into the facial rejuvenation, which you do. And this is, from my understanding, combining a lot of different modalities, microneedling, PRP, other things as well. What is facial rejuvenation for people who just don't know much about aesthetics or have never gotten a treatment done? What is facial rejuvenation?
Yeah, so facial rejuvenation is helping the skin um, improve its quality from natural uh, pollutants, UV radiation that's going to be damaging the cells. So we're helping the cell on the cellular level to turn over that skin rejuvenation to improve the skin quality, to improve the anti-aging, improving the health of the skin, to making you kind of slowly turning back the clock of
Okay.
the skin.
So, and it seems like doing combination treatments is a big part of that. I mean, what's the benefit of doing combination treatments versus just doing one or another?
Yeah, so the benefit of combination treatment is that we're treating at multiple levels. So when we age, we are aging at multiple levels of our skin and muscles and facial structures. As we age, we're going to have decreased bone density, fat loss, collagen loss, muscle deterioration, and contractions. So we are treating at multi-level. We're treating at the skin level, the muscular level, the collagen level. So to really restore and rejuvenate, we want to treat at that multi-level, which would have to include different and multi-modalities.
Okay. So I want to break down this facial rejuvenation part. So microneedling, let's start there. So people who've never heard of microneedling have no idea what it is. They just hear the needles and it's like, oh, that sounds terrible. It's needles. But
Yes.
what is microneedling and what's the main benefit of doing microneedling?
Yeah, so another word of microneedling is collagen induction therapy. So what it is doing is causing microtrauma to the dermal layer of the skin to rejuvenate and recreate collagen. And so the process of that is the small needles going puncturing down to the dermal layer, also causing these microchannels so that we can um, put in PRP, which is platelet-rich plasma, down to the dermal layer of the skin to help with that cellular repair.
Got it. Okay. And so after microneedling, there's also PRP. People who have no idea what regenerative medicine is or no idea what PRP
Mhm.
is, what is it and what's the main benefit of it?
Yeah, PRP is stands for platelet-rich plasma, and it's actually taken from your own body. It's taken from your blood, and we spin it out to separate the red blood cells, the white blood cells, the platelet poor plasma, and then we take that platelet rich plasma, which has an abundance of growth factors. And these growth factors help with repair and healing. So in medicine, traditional medicine, orthopedics use the PRP to inject into joints. Cardiologists uses it to inject into heart muscles to help repair the muscles or the cartilage and the ligaments. And so now we're putting it back into your skin to help our skin repair itself.
Okay. So it's a more natural way of repairing the body.
Yes. So microneedling with PRP is a very natural, very safe, one of the safest treatments for skin rejuvenation.
Okay. And does Botox or filler play any role in facial rejuvenation as well, or would you kind of consider it outside of the facial rejuvenation ecosystem?
Well, I would say Botox does play a role as well. And even though we're doing other treatments like microneedling with PRP, that is on the skin level. Now, Botox, we're going to be treating on the muscular level. So, why do we get wrinkles on our face? Our muscles contract, which causes these wrinkles. And so, we're injecting Botox to relax these muscles so that it's not contracting to cause these wrinkles. And so, like I had mentioned before, is on a multi-level tier to rejuvenation, to facial rejuvenation. So Botox is on a muscular level, microneedling is on the skin level, and then fillers is actually it can be on a deeper level where we can inject filler down to the bone to help with restoring volume.
Mm.
As we age, we're going to be losing volume, the volume from bone density, from fat loss. Now we can't restore that with Botox or with microneedling. So with fillers, that can help with that volume loss on a deeper level.
Got it. Okay. So just to make sure I can understand everything, you have these different levels with this facial rejuvenation. So at the bottom level, you have filler, which is really at the bone to put more volume into it. Then the next one's going to be Botox at the muscular level. And then microneedling is at the skin level. And then where's PRP fall? Is that kind of like just overall health and recovery for everything? Or is that kind of more at the skin or the muscular or the bone level?
That is at the skin level because we
Okay.
are injecting or we are applying the PRP when we're doing the microneedling. So that is going to be on the skin level to get down to the dermal layer of the skin to help with that skin rejuvenation. So it's going to help with skin tone, texture, pore sizes, and rebuilding that collagen.
Okay. And with the Botox, I want to dive a little bit deeper to that one with the muscular side of it. So, my kind of impression of Botox is that basically it's freezing the muscles. Is that accurate or is that something else going on?
It is. It is pretty much freezing the muscles so that you're not able to contract the muscles to cause that wrinkles. Because when we contract the muscles, we are shortening the fibers in the muscles, which will cause those wrinkles in our face. And so now we are injecting the Botox to help freeze that so that we're not able to move that muscle.
Okay. So then at the end of the day, with the facial rejuvenation, the fillers are there to add a little bit more volume if you're maybe a little bit more shrunken. The Botox is there to remove the wrinkles. The microneedling is there to, I guess, refresh the skin and make you look more youthful. And the PRP is there to help with the recovery process. Is that
Correct.
accurate? Okay, got it. Okay, so that's facial rejuvenation. Sounds complex, but I'm sure that when you put it all together, you have that's how you have the great result at the end of it.
Yes.
Okay. Now, skincare. You talked a little bit about skincare. What would you say is some of the most common mistakes or issues that you see people have when it comes to skincare?
I think the greatest mistakes is not wearing sunscreen. Um, Sunscreen is very important to help with protecting your skin from UV radiation, which damages the cells, which causes hyperpigmentation and causes damage to the cells, which will cause wrinkles and ages you faster.
Okay. So I'm gonna play a little bit of a devil's advocate here, Lynn.
Yeah.
Let's say that someone comes to you and says, "Well, Lynn, I work in an office. I commute kind of early in the morning. Sun's out, but it's not direct sunlight. And by the time I go home, the sun's kind of setting. So I'm not in direct sunlight. I don't need sunscreen, do I?"
That is incorrect. You still need sunscreen. Recommend sunscreen every day, even on a cloudy day, even if you're inside, because we have windows. We're going to have UV radiation coming through the clouds into the windows. We have UV radiation from the lights that are on as well.
Okay. So even from lights in the building, that's going to get you the UV radiation. And is it true? Are you kind of saying that even though I don't get direct sunlight, just the reflective sunlight, like if I have a window in my office, but I'm not getting direct sunlight, I'm still getting that UV radiation?
Yes, you are.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So that's why
Mhm.
even though you're in an office, you should still wear sunscreen.
That's correct.
Okay. And is the sunscreen more important to have on your face or on your arms as well and your hands, or is it really kind of like the face is the most important part?
Well, in medicine, we would recommend sunscreen everywhere
Mhm.
for your skin, right?
Mhm.
If any exposure to UV radiation on your skin, it can definitely cause cellular damage. So
Mhm.
that goes for your hands, your neck, your body as well. So definitely, it's going to be hard on a daily basis to lather sunscreen all over your body. We are protected with clothing and whatnot, but if we are talking in about aesthetics and preventing anti-aging wrinkles, definitely your face is very important.
Okay. And aside from mistakes, what are some of the common misconceptions that you hear from your clients or your patients, or maybe even myths that they believe that's just most common that you hear?
Most common is that they can put on sunscreen just one time and they're covered for the whole day.
Mm.
That is not true. Sunscreen, we do need to reapply every 2 to 3 hours
Oh,
to be
wow. Okay.
effective.
Okay. So even if now it doesn't matter as much sunscreen like that every 2 to 3 hours, is that also going to be dependent on how much direct sunlight you're getting? Like if you're indoors, you don't need it as often versus if you kind of work outside in the sun a lot?
Well, if you are working outside, or if you are, at the pool next to the sun, definitely reapply every 2 hours.
Hmm.
When you're in the office, you like I mentioned before, you're still going to get exposure. You still should reapply. It is going to be harder, especially, with females. A lot have makeup on and they don't want to wash off their makeup or having to put on, another layer on top of their makeup.
Hmm.
So there are powder sunscreens that can be placed on. So kind of like a blotting powder, but it has sunscreen on. So that's a great option for um, these type of situations.
Huh. I didn't even know there was a powdered sunscreen out there.
Yeah.
Okay, learn something new every day. Okay. Well, Lynn, what would you say? Like, let's say someone is looking for the thing they want to get some type of aesthetic treatment or aesthetic procedure done, but they don't know who to go to. They don't know which provider to choose. What advice would you give to this person as they're doing their search so that they can find that provider that is trustworthy, is ethical, has the knowledge and experience, and can get them the end result they're looking for?
Yeah, so I would recommend definitely do your due diligence, to do your research, to um, check reviews on other patients' experiences. I think that's very important, um, on what others have experienced, the good, the bad, all that. And doing a consultation, getting to know your provider and see, if it also is the right fit and following align with your goals as well.
Okay. And when it comes to the educational part, like how do you approach educating your patients on the benefits of the treatments? And we talked a little bit about the myths, the misconceptions, mistakes. So I guess how do you approach educating your patients in a way where they can understand the benefits and that this is really the right solution for them?
Yes, so during my consultation and even during our treatments and follow-up visits, I do a lot of educating patients about what I would recommend would be good for their skin. Not everybody is going to be the same. Everybody's going to have a personalized treatment plan to meet their goals, and everybody's facial features is going to be different. So everybody's going to require different treatments, different modalities. And I will explain to them why I am recommending what I'm recommending for them. And if they came into me requesting one type of treatment that I don't feel that would be the most beneficial to them, I will explain to them why my decision making on that.
I'm guessing you've also had to tell some patients no as well, like they want something and you to tell them no.
Definitely, yes. We want the best outcome for our patients, so we want to make sure we recommend what we feel, what we think that would benefit them the most, and not just what they came for. Obviously, we want to meet what their goals are, but in a um, proper way where we know that it will have the best outcome.
Okay. Perfect. Now, Lynn, since you have a experience kind of working in the, I guess I'll call it like the hospital setting, like your traditional medicine setting, and now you're on the aesthetic side, I'm curious as far as your perspective on this. What role do you believe creativity plays in how you approach your patient care? Because I think creativity, when people ask about medicine, creativity is probably not the first word that comes to mind. but in what you do, what role does that play?
It's a very important role with creativity because in aesthetics, it's an art, and so it's like medicine, a little bit of medicine and a little bit of artistry combining together. So now we got to get creative with, and everybody's facial features is different. So we have to come up with different treatment plans for every person. So everybody who walks in the door has a personalized treatment plan. So we do come up with a lot of creative treatment plans for different types of skin, different types of goals, etc.
And I'm sure you've had situations where the solution for one person may be detrimental to another person and vice versa, right?
Correct.
Okay, and that's where that creativity comes in. You have to be flexible in the care you provide.
Yes, that's correct. So, for example, we have two patients coming in and they're both for hyperpigmentation. One may be a different type of hyperpigmentation than the other. So the treatment plan will be different, even though they both came in for hyperpigmentation, which is discoloration of the skin. We would have to come up with different treatment plans for different type of skin types.
Got it. Okay. Now, Lynn, I'm sure that throughout your experience, you've had some memorable cases that you've worked on, or maybe even some challenging cases. Is there maybe one story you can share of just one of those cases and how you were able to get them a good result in the end?
Yes. So in my practice, we do have a lot of Asian type of skin where more females are more prone to melasma. And melasma is a type of skin hyperpigmentation that is very difficult to treat. It comes from hormonal, along with the external sources, UV radiation, heat, pollution, all that can exacerbate it. But when it's coming from internal with hormonal, the treatment is going to be multiple extensive treatment, and the outcome of it is improving the pigmentation and not treating it completely. So the difficulties of um, letting patients understand that the outcome of it is that they're going to get improvement in the pigmentation, but it won't come back. It won't treat it 100%. And ongoing maintenance treatment is needed. That's one of the difficulties in um, aesthetics medicine is having patients knowing and accepting that.
Mm.
Um, we've, by educating our patients, they're able to understand that, and we've had great outcomes with patients who stick with our treatment plan. And recently, I've had a patient who was like, "Thank you so much for, helping me with my melasma because that's one of their concerns that." Reduces their self-esteem. And so, with our educating, with our continual treatment plan with her, we were able to control that for her and improve that. And she was very happy.
So it's really just about setting the right expectations.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Lynn, where do you think the future of aesthetics is going?
I think the future is going to more natural and natural looking type of aesthetics, not overfilling the face, more on rebuilding the collagen, skincare health, and wellness.
Okay. And with that future in mind, when it comes specifically to your practice, Prime Med Spa, what's your vision for your practice?
Yeah, so that has been our vision from the beginning as well,
Mhm.
is more of a natural skin rejuvenation, facial balancing type of approach. So, not just to overfill anybody's face just because they want it more of more volume here and here. We want a well balance. And so we have gone towards those approach in many ways. Doing microneedling, RF microneedling, biostim is a great natural way of rebuilding collagen to help with the facial skin rejuvenation as well.
Got it. Okay. Well, Lynn, I have one last question for you, but before I ask it, I do want to point people to your website at primemedspa.pdx.com. Now, last question for you, Lynn. What does beauty mean to you?
Beauty means self-confidence. When you have self-confidence, you look into the mirror and you see somebody who is confident about themselves. And that comes from yourself, not from another person looking at you and say, oh, she looks beautiful. It's yourself reflecting in the mirror and seeing how beautiful you are.
Well, very well said. So there you have it, Lynn sharing her expertise. So Lynn, where can people contact you in your practice?
You can go to our website at primedspa.pdx.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at primedspa.pdx. Or you can give us a call or text at 971-777-0303.
Awesome. Well, Lynn, this is great. Thank you for coming on and thank you for sharing your expertise.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to the Beauty Talk podcast. Any questions, please contact the practice directly with the contact information provided during the show. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.